Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been a little while since I've done a long form video, but we're going to do something a little bit different. This is about a project that's been going on, I've been working on for a while. What we have here, this is my 1977 Ford F150. I started this restoration back in 2012 and it still isn't finished. But let me give you a little history and story on this truck, why it's where it's at right now. I bought this truck in 2006 actually. And when I bought this truck, it really looked a lot different than what you see here now. For starters, it had 38-inch Dixie Peck tires on it. And it had 11-inch total lift on it. And also, it was maroon. So it wasn't even this color. So I drove this truck around for quite a while up until 2010. I took this truck up to Silver Lake sand dunes every year in Michigan. There's not a hill this truck hasn't gone up. This has a big block in it too, by the way. And you know, it got to the point where I was driving this thing, I started getting harassed by the state police. I don't know what it was. There was a police officer, he had it out for me some reason. I don't know, I think the guy just hated Fords for some reason, but he pulled me over one time with it here from where I'm from, and he said, you know, you're kind of high there. You know, I kind of joked around with it a little bit and said, no, I don't do that stuff, man. So he says, no, your bumper's too high. I said, oh, it is, okay. So this guy had the audacity, he gets out and starts measuring my bumpers, and my front bumper was 31.5 inches from the ground, from the bottom, and you know, the law is, you know, was 26. So you gotta remember, this is back in 2010. You know, compared to what's going on right now in newer trucks, you know, there's trucks going around that are a lot taller than this, and even back then there was trucks taller than this, but he felt the need to pick on me for some reason. So, and I told him that, and I said exactly, I said, there's trucks, you know, a lot taller than mine run around here. Why are you harassing me? And, you know, and he says, well, why are you breaking the law? And I says, well, I said, I'm not, I guess I see your point. I am breaking the law, but why aren't you going after these other people too that do it? So what I did after that first encounter I had with this guy, I took the truck back and I took the 38-inch Dixie Pecks off of it, okay? I got a set of 35 Swampers to put on it. And a week later I took it out and drove it. Lo and behold, that same guy, police officer, pulls me over again. He says, I thought I told you this truck was too tall. And I said, did you notice I put smaller tires on it? And he gets his tape measure out and measured it, and I believe got it down to 27.5 inches from the bottom of the bumper to the ground. I think that's what it was, possibly. That was a long time ago, but he gave me an attitude in which I didn't appreciate, because he wasn't very professional at all as a police officer, at least in my book, but okay. So I took this thing back home, took the license and insurance off this thing. This was back in 2010, and the truck has been sitting ever since 2010. You know, for a couple years I kicked around the idea, okay, I'm just going to let it sit till I figure out what to do with it. So in 2012 I decided, you know what, I'm just going to strip this truck down and we're going to rebuild it. So that's what happened. I'll see if I can find some pictures in here of what the truck used to look like when I first got it, when it was taller and when it was maroon. So, but I'll come get you guys over here, and where we got at this point right now, the truck has been repainted, okay? This is the original bright blue metallic they had for 1977. And I took a lot of the lift out of it. Where it's at right now, it's just got 6-inch lift under it, and we are down to a 33-inch tire on this. So I'm thinking that should, with a little more adjustments, maybe tweaking the bumpers a little bit, I can get it right at 26. Not that it probably matters or not this day and age now, but I'll come get you guys and show you what we got going on with this truck. So as you can see here, this is all paint. I painted this thing in 2013, I think it was, it got done, and it's just been sitting in my garage in storage ever since. And I moved from where I originally lived, so that put this on the back burner. But inside, I'm putting the interior back together in this. I took the carpet out of here, and this is a Rhino bed liner. I figured this thing is up in the sand dunes. You know, your carpet gets full of sand anyway. So we're going to put that back together. And something about this too, I even got the old style wagon spoke rims on this. You don't see that too much anymore on trucks, but every panel on this truck has been replaced. These are new box sides from LMC. These are new door skins, new fenders, new hood. Now the only that is a different, yeah, that's right, the grill was replaced. I replaced that on it, and the front bumper replaced. The only thing on this truck that is the original from 1977 is the cab, basically, and the glass. But even back here, I replaced the tailgate. I got the diamond plate step bumper on it. Now we get up here in the engine compartment. This is just a 400. It's got the Holley 500 two barrel on it. It's got Hedman headers on it. And you know, you hear those stories, and see, look here, this is a brand new hood. You hear the stories of those engines out there that don't have a whole lot of work done to them, and they just run really well. Well, that one is one of them. That is just a well-running 400 engine. All it's got is an RV cam on it, and that two barrel, and I don't know, it's always been a really torquey engine. And you know, I've never had a problem climbing hills with this up at Silver Lake. It's just never lacked for power. I mean, granted, it's not going to be a powerhouse like some of the LS motors and stuff out there, but you know, back at this time, it ran really well. It did what I needed it to do. So over here in the garage, this is the seat that's out of it. I just had this all reupholstered here. I'm working on putting the seat back in it. I took and I did the seat this way with a two-tone with the blue and the gray. I thought that would look really sharp in it. Alright, so this is where I'm going to close out this video on my 77 F150 project. Now, I'll post more updates as I go along with this, just in short form. I don't think I'll be doing any more long form stuff, except maybe when I get into the engine and get this thing fired up again, maybe I'll do it will run on that again, because yeah, it's been about 12 years since this engine's even spun over. I'm not even joking about that. So also as well, I just want to take a moment and say thank you for everybody that has subscribed to my channel lately and checking it out and leaving comments and asking me questions about everything. I try to answer as many comments as I humanly possibly can. You know, it's just me that does this, okay? It's like sometimes I know I say we in here, but it's really just me. So but if I don't get back with y'all out there, please don't take offense to it. It's nothing personal at all, I assure you. It's just a time factor. So, and as well, something going forward, I get asked about different updates on projects that I've worked on in the videos. You'll go through and you look at my playlist on the channel for different things we worked on. In my community post, I believe I mentioned this before, I'm going to start posting more updates on different projects that we've done, on different will it runs of what happened to them and where they're at in the future, rather opposed of, you know, doing an update, you know, that's kind of, yeah, redundant in a way. Oh, this is what happened to this project we worked on. Oh, I sold it, or it got junked out. So I'm not going to do that to y'all. So I'll just put it in the community post with. So I'm going to go start putting the seats and stuff in this, getting the seat ready to go back in this. I'm going to have to order a headliner from LMC to put back in this. And as well, I've got more content to do on this channel. I never run out of stuff to do. That's one thing good. So until next time, thank you everybody. Be well and be safe out there. and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.